This is why I don't mess with Voicemeeter.
Yeah, probably just gonna delete it. Just deal with the copyright free. Great. Let's have silence. It's fine. Didn't want to listen to anything anymore.
Oh, I can't listen to Falling in Reverse.
I was gonna put my own music on.
That's a stereotypical goth band.
People warrior.
I can't say much because I'm literally listening to fucking Panic at the Disco at the moment.
I love Panic at the Disco.
Other than fucking me with fucking Taylor Swift, that shit can disappear.
I don't mind. I think I listen to pretty much everything. Depends on the song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, there's a
I'm gonna
Spotify
link you some more.
playlist. There's a Spotify playlist in my server. Shamelessly promoting every ounce of my server at this point. Well, to be fair, it won't be too long until my server overtakes my actual Twitch. We're at plus 80 people on the server. I've only got 124 followers. No, 140 something followers now. Jesus.
I don't even know how many I have. I think it's like 130.
I don't know where that bonus growth came from. You know what's going to be fun, Benny?
What?
Me trying to teach you how to use the merch shop thing that I'm using. Considering how much of a technophobe you are.
I hate technology.
Don't worry, I feel the
Living
same
La
way.
Vida Loca, metal cover by Jonathan Young. I know Jonathan Young.
You say you did know him.
Yeah, I know Jonathan Young. What did it say on that bowl? Why do I keep talking in high voice? Kira.
Yes. What?
So what did it say on the bowl?
What?
Your little bowl cup thing, what did it say?
Oh, it's- Winter is coming.
Alright, you've overtaken Jack. In fact, you've overtaken Will.
And then you. What's it?
You
Don't
can't
know which one
overtake
to go
him.
for. And then you got my Disney crap.
Alrighty.
And the Pokemon pillow?
Let's just spam.
I don't know.
I've literally got teddies and figures everywhere.
I've got pandas everywhere. I literally can't go far without picking up a
Panda's
panda.
cute. Oh, I didn't show you my panda emotes that I did. I should do the gecko ones in there. I did pandas too.
Okay, well, I'll have to steal those.
I think I've done Pikachu ones as well, because I just fancy drawing Pikachu.
I might end up hiring you as an emo artist at this point. My emo artist is lovely, but he's got a lot of work to do anyway.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'm, like I said earlier, I reckon I'm gonna have to pause doing commissions for a while.
Yeah.
'Cause I've got to do a children's book for someone, and I'm behind on that.
Fucking children's book.
Yeah, well, it started off as children's book illustrations because it's easy to find people that want illustrations done. And then if they're like, oh, well, we'll give you a percentage of the sales of the books, you go, well, no, because you're not dedicated enough to want your book finished. So, go do Mad
Hang on.
people that say that. It's like, if you're not going to fund your book, don't write a book.
Has everybody sent their links out?
Yep.
Alright.
I don't know where to send it. I don't really have a Discord as such.
hate Discord.
Yeah, no, I'm just in loads of different Discords.
I sent them out everywhere I could.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm listening to fucking Iron Maiden in the background. Nice.
All right, well, I
Thanks,
think
Al.
I think we'll start here then. Wow. Look at this.
You okay with me smoking while?
Yeah,
streaming?
of course.
Yeah. Okay.
It didn't work.
So some people don't like it. Yeah, but you're using a vape, like
Babe
socially
smoking.
acceptable.
Well, everybody, welcome to the Drawn Together episode 10. We're available on Spotify. We're available on Apple Music. So please go check out those mediums to watch our podcast. We've also got our sponsor here. Thank you so much to Empire Innovations. They've been sponsoring us now for a couple of podcasts. They sent us merch. They're great people. I think I will be making Jamie's thing a little bigger. No, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, just
Anyway.
cut off my weird border.
Anyway, today we have with us our new co-host, Kira.
Hey. Hello. Everyone.
Hell yeah. Kira is I believe she mentioned she was a graphics designer, right?
Illustrator.
Graphics illustrator. Right. So she'll be joining us on the podcast from now on. I'm very excited to have her here. Thank you so much, Kira, for coming.
Not a problem.
As
good to be here.
always, we have our good friend Jamie, who's looking stunning in that Empire Innovations shirt and t-shirt combo. Quite
Very comfortable clothing.
quite the comfortable.
Still recommend
hat.
it.
I like the hat very much.
The hat's a very nice texture.
And they're nice and hempy, you know. I don't
Nice
know.
and empty.
I don't know
It's
if
like
you
they're
can.
made out of hemp.
They're made out of hemp. Would you look at that? But yeah, no, thank you, Kira, for coming out and dealing with our crazy stuff.
Shenanigans.
So believe it or
Yeah.
not, I messed up today, and I messed up pretty hard. So we were supposed to be having Papa Pike on as an interviewing guest, and unfortunately I got my AMs and PMs crossed and dashed over. So the Papa Pike podcast will be happening later on today, except it won't be streamed from my computer. It'll be streamed from Williams. So if there's internet problems, please don't bitch at him. But but for now we will be talking to Kira and Jamie and just talking about random stuff, because believe it or not, Kira is our not only our Drawn Together podcast, one of our co-hosts, she's also a co-host of mine on the Sketchcast, which is live. I think we're gonna do it this week, Wednesday, right, Kira? I think that's what we agreed on.
Yeah, Wednesday evening.
Right. So yeah.
Well, afternoon for you.
Afternoon for me, evening. Oh, well, I don't know what the difference is between evening
Same
and
time.
afternoon.
5 hours. Yeah, we're the same. 5 hours.
No, but I was saying I don't know what the difference between evening and afternoon is. To me,
Afternoon
4
is
5
kind of like
o'clock.
yeah,
Afternoon, I think.
yeah, like 3 to 5ish, and then beyond that is evening.
Right. And by the way, Jamie, I'm so sorry for having you watch all that humongous lecture of One Piece.
It was a nightmare. I was there just like learning all this information of One Piece. Like I don't understand a clue what's going on, but I gotta learn it. And then not even there for the Papa Pike cast.
My apologies to you, young Jamie.
Well, apparently I was allowed
fine.
to come into not knowing anything about it. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
no. So we were supposed to have a dynamic where Kira was gonna come in and not know anything about One Piece at all, and then it turned out that the Papa Pike podcast isn't happening with us. No, but Kira, what you smoking over there? What are you smoking?
It's just tobacco.
Just tobacco? So I have a question. in the
supposed to be
UK,
clean, but
isn't the UK in the UK, like when it comes to tobacco and cigarettes, I heard that it was quite expensive to be a
yeah, it
smoker.
is. It is really expensive.
What's the
Hence the
what's the
reason
price
some
per
goes quick.
pack down there? What's the price per pack?
So if you're buying a pack of 10 straights, it's about 20.
20
Pack of
quid?
No,
20
no, no, no.
straights.
What's the
Well,
difference between quid and pound?
It's a tenner, isn't it? I think.
Quid and pounds are the same thing.
Quid and pounds is the same thing. So why do you have different
Yeah.
names for it?
I don't know.
Just kind of, yeah, it's just like different terms for it. It's like
in pounds. The
no tea and dinner,
pounds for pounds.
same thing.
So, as a Canadian,
Sorry.
please explain your money system to me because it baffles me.
So,
what do you start off with? You start off with
pence.
What? Pence.
P.
Pence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pence. It's like pesos.
I suppose so.
penny.
I'll give you that. Penny, pence, p.
Okay, so
1p,
you have
2p.
the pence. Okay, so it's like Mike Pence from the United States.
Yes, it's like Mike Pence exactly. And then there's like 100 pence to a pound.
100
Which is a
pence to
quid.
a pound. So how much is a pence per dollar?
Google, help me.
Anyway,
Google.
I'm sure it's.
Well, a dollar is the equivalent to like 80p. I
ATP.
think.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like 140.
What would you buy with
Pence
say
to
say
US
you
dollar.
had like
Well, that's it, yeah.
40p.
The other way around.
Say you had 40 pence. What could you buy with 40 pence? Is it like cents?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if I had 40 cents,
Kind
I
of.
couldn't buy anything in
Almost.
Canada with that. Maybe if I had 99 cents, I could
Buy
buy a stick of
sweets.
gum.
Like go to Pick a Mix store and buy some sweets.
For 40 pence?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Many sweets anymore, but
Yeah,
Okay.
in the UK, yeah, you can buy like very cheap small packets of sweets.
So a pack of cigarettes is 20 pound, right?
I think it's 20.
Wow. You know
10,
how much? You know
10
how,
for a pack of 20. I use rolling tobacco, so
It's £12 for a pack of straights, which is what you guys
That's
just call
it,
cigarettes because
yeah.
you call everything cigarettes.
what's a
Yes,
what's
it
a
is.
straight?
So a straight is pre-rolled, and what Kira smokes is rollies or
yeah.
rolled fags.
I use rolling tobacco, so I make them myself.
Yeah, 20 pound is like more than 30 Canadian, definitely.
Yeah, so I think for a pouch of tobacco, 50 grams of tobacco, I pay about 24.
$24 Canadian?
Yeah, well, pound.
No, 24 pound. So that's like
Yeah.
that's close to like $36. You know how much we pay for cigarettes over here?
I don't want to know because it'll break my heart.
We pay
Make
$12.
lemon and grease.
We pay
Yeah,
$12 to
ridiculous, isn't that?
$15, and that's for like 24 cigarettes in a pack, right?
Ugh.
So
Well,
when I
you
used to smoke, I'd go and I'd take my $10 bill and I'd be like, "Hey, you guys want to barter for cigarettes? Like, here, I'll give you $2 less than what they're worth, and take it or leave it." And they would usually take it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh yeah, no, you just get stabbed.
Oh, really?
Probably. Well,
Wait,
depending
so
on which
do shop
class you're going
owners
to.
have knives and stuff like that?
Oh no. You mean like bartering with
no.
shopkeepers? There's no chance. Bartering with people on the street, trying to con them out.
Con them out.
They won't have it.
Well, I wouldn't call it conning. I would call it maximizing your potential to not spend money.
Oh dear.
Over here it'd be that's what we call stabbing potential.
The stabbing potential?
Oh dear.
Especially in places like London or, bigger cities
Oh god, yeah, I wouldn't even try that. There.
or just
I mean,
dodgier cities.
Right.
around our way, it's pretty relaxed, but
I
yeah.
am fascinated with British culture. Fascinated. You guys have the best rap I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, UK grime all the way.
UK grime is hilarious and
I don't
good.
listen to it.
It's really good. Like Um, but like I also really like how gloomy you guys are all the time.
Gloomy. Sorry.
We're terribly, terribly depressed. We're all depressed.
Whenever I talk to Jamie, he's always like, "Yeah, this is happening, this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening, and my life sucks."
Oh, hey. I can't be used as an example here.
No,
Well, I'm quite optimistic normally,
I'm
usually.
also quite optimistic. So
depending on if it's morning or not. If it's morning,
oh,
I'm
so
not a
you're
morning
so
person.
you're a flip flopper on the optimist and
Yeah,
pessimist.
if I haven't had about 3 coffees and a cigarette yet, there's no point talking to me.
That's the epitome of British culture. 3
Yeah.
coffees and a cigarette.
3 coffees and a cigarette, eh?
Mm.
Or 3 cups of tea and a cigarette, depending on who you are.
I like
I do either, to be fair.
I
Depends on
found
me.
when I was smoking cigarettes, it helped me poop.
I've never, I haven't compared really.
Sorry, I know you're drinking tea. I know you're drinking tea there.
Coffee I can understand. Like if you drank like loads of coffee or loads of tea or something, then yeah. Like it's gonna make you go.
Yeah, that stuff goes right through me.
I've never had that with cigarettes. I think that's just you, Benny.
Really?
I don't know.
But
yeah.
have you ever
Reaction?
smoked cigarettes? Have you ever smoked cigarettes, Jamie?
Yeah, I smoked for 2 years before switching back to vape.
No way, you smoked?
Yeah,
I
for
thought it
the,
was
the
just
first years of
me.
my college.
I thought it was just me between the two of us that smoked. Wow. So we all have in common that we are terribly addicted to nicotine.
Nicotine,
Caffeine.
caffeine,
Yeah.
I like that.
Monster energy drinks.
I like that.
I've stopped drinking energy drinks.
So, do you guys want to share your stories of how you first started smoking them?
I was in school. I was 11 when I first started smoking.
Wow.
And it wasn't even because I was peer pressured, it was just because I wanted to smoke. And it wasn't even because everyone else was smoking. It was just because I thought it was fun.
Did you think it looked cool? Did you think it looked cool, or?
No, I didn't think it looked cool as such, because obviously my parents smoked, so I was always around it. I just think it was just what I considered normal. I mean, they always kicked me out the room when they were having a fag, so it wasn't like I was exposed to it all the time. It was the norm.
For
And
me,
then my stepdad started buying me backy, so.
for me, it's my dad smoked, and he smoked all the time, and my mom was super against it. So when I was growing up, I was like, I'll never smoke, because my mom hates it. And then I grew up, and then they sent me to South America, which was a big mistake, I think. Well, not a big mistake in the fact that I shouldn't have gone to South America. A big mistake in the fact that I just got addicted to smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
So,
I regret it. My lungs are screwed.
They sent me to South America, and like the first time I get there, someone hands me a cigarette and they're like, "Smoke this, and you'll be cool." And I'll be like, "Okay, I smoked this."
Smoke this, they were a cool kid. For me, it was both my parents smoked growing up, so that was the kind of an initial factor. My older brother smoked at the time as well, and my dad was also smoking wacky backy, which in
Wacky
terminology is tobacco and weed,
Oh,
which is illegal. Is illegal in the UK. But
how illegal is that over there? Because over here it's super illegal,
if you get
I
caught
think
with
it's
it,
about the same.
you just either a fine or prison sentence. And my dad was also growing it. My dad was practically on the edge of dealing. In
Oh,
fact,
yeah?
he was he was a dodgy bloke. But yeah, I then had my first cigarette in secondary school, which you guys would call high school, I think. And yeah, I went out to the local city, and me and my friends had like the end of one of their dad's fags, and we're there, we have a tote each. It was tragic, but I got like properly into smoking in college because stress. Oh look,
Yeah.
this is helping with stress. Oh, this is also helping with my anxiety. Boom, nicotine addiction. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also
Teens.
I also started smoking
Nicotines.
because like I don't know, like when you smoke, it's like a weird thing where like it's kind of like you don't have to worry about whatever you're doing at the moment. You know,
Yeah.
It's kind of meditative.
unfortunately, and then also it doesn't help that when I was like in college, I read a study that showed that mice that smoked are generally more like intelligent than the other mice that didn't have nicotine. So like
I don't think that applies to people.
I don't think that applies to people either, but that definitely got me on the smoking train. I definitely think that vaping is just as bad as smoking, though.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say it's not as
Because
bad for multiple reasons.
think about it like this, Jamie. You're smoking a cigarette for about a minute or 5 minutes, whatever how long it takes you to smoke a cigarette. You're vaping all day.
Yeah, my mum's found that because she vapes, she quit, and she's now also using a vape instead, and she uses the vape probably 10 times the amount she used to smoke cigarettes. Because it's always to hand, you don't have to roll it, you don't have to light it, you can use it
You just
inside.
go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you want a little hit, you just go for it.
What
I
are
don't
the
have
studies
nicotine in my
like?
vape.
I want to know what the studies are and like comparative. How much of a vape do you have to hit before it equates to a cigarette?
I suppose it
See,
depends on the amount of nicotine you put in it as well.
Yeah.
the issue with
I'm really fidgety.
that is that like we haven't had some vaping for as long as we've had smoking, so we haven't had like kids that started smoking in their 80s, and seeing how it's
Yeah.
affected them.
Was it when my mother-in-law went into the hospital? If you go in and you've got a planned operation, they won't operate on you if you use a vape.
Really?
Yeah, they'll operate on you if you use cigarettes, but they don't know the side effects, like long-term side effects of vaping. So they
Really?
can refuse you for surgery.
That's
If
awful.
it's emergency, obviously they will operate on you, like if you're in a car crash or something. But yeah, if it's just a medical corrective kind of surgery, they won't do it.
That's
You have to quit
Uh,
vaping.
that's unfortunate.
Imagine that you're about to die and they're like, "Hey, do you vape?" Yeah, I do. All right. Unplug life
Well,
support.
bye.
Bye. Go vape in hell.
Savage.
Oh my god.
Oh, dear. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all the things to do with, like popcorn lung, and yeah, because they don't know what's going to be happening and everything, like the side effects. Give it another 10
Also,
years of studying, and it will be probably a bit more clear.
A
which is
bit
really
more, yeah.
unfortunate because it's cheaper. It's more, the easier access.
Well,
Like,
it's cheaper for you guys. For us, it's not cheaper.
is it not cheaper for you guys?
No.
Because I mean, like,
I mean,
this bottle lasted me a good few months
it's relatively
because
cheaper.
crazy.
It's relatively cheaper. Say you don't smoke. The quality of the podcast has increased. Thanks, Pilgrim. But like,
We're now just chaotic.
but say that you have like one bottle and you're smoking that bottle like all the time, right?
Yeah.
And like that bottle only lasts you 2 weeks. Well, for us here, it's $30 for like a bottle that's like a skinny bottle like that, right? And
We get like that size.
that's way bigger than what we get.
Yeah. You can get these on eBay as well, though. You don't have to necessarily buy them from a shop.
This one was 12 quid, but that's
Mhm.
because vape shop prices.
Well, like I was saying, it's only $12 for a pack of cigarettes. So $22 if you smoke like a cigarette a day. That's well, nobody does that, but like say you smoke 3 cigarettes a day and it lasts you 7 days. The pack of cigarettes. Well, then you can go and buy another pack, and you're still like cost effective. It's not as bad, but like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. I think that's why it's gotten so big in the UK in particular as well, and like with kids, because kids will get hold of vapes quite easily,
Yeah, Jamie.
and it's a
I'm
lot
not a kid.
cheaper.
Fuck off. Good God, I'm slightly younger, and it's like, oh, you're a child.
But no, definitely. I think it's bad to get kids to start smoking. But if those kids were going to go smoke cigarettes anyway, like, wouldn't you rather have them vaping? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, they're more likely to
It's
get
a chill
busted with cigarettes.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
I'd rather they not do anything, but like if
yeah, I mean, obviously.
I
but
can still remember when they had those friggin' legal highs floating around for ages as well. That was bad.
illegal hives, what's that?
Yeah, it was like these little sachets, and they were classed as like a legal high. I never picked one up, but they like so many people were dying from them, like or
What?
having issues
What's
from
a
them.
sachet?
Hang on, let me have a. I have to Google
That's
it.
right. It's like a little packet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget about terms. Then.
Apparently, cigarettes are very expensive in Denmark, but he doesn't know what vaping costs.
Really expensive in Denmark. The cheapest I've seen them is Greece. £4 for a pack of 20.
In Greece, eh? It's interesting how you
Yeah.
guys have different, like, it's all, like, you guys are all sort of from the same continent, but you have different, like, different prices for stuff and, like, different trades. It's cool.
I mean,
because, like,
it's all about.
if you go from Canada to the United States to Mexico, basically stuff is priced the same way because we have free trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just import and export cost.
I
The-
guess.
Cost of production doesn't change.
I wanted to start smoking tobacco out of a pipe. You know what
I think we've all had a stage like that. Like, oh, I'd love a pipe. That
Dude,
looks so classy.
that would look so classy. That would
I think
be.
the only people that usually use pipes that I know was usually for cannabis.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
But the issue with cannabis is that it gets sticky and it gets stuck inside the pipe
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Hmm.
Alright, psychoactive substance containing chemical substances. It was like medical grade rather than
What? You guys have crazy drugs over
effects to
there.
drugs like cocaine, cannabis, and ecstasy, formerly known as legal highs.
Legal highs.
yeah, you were
It's called a legal high, right?
Yeah, so it wasn't illegal to get hold of them.
No,
That's really bad.
but what's it called? What's the drug called?
I think I don't actually know. I only know it as legal high because that's the term it was being used for it.
Really? That's
Yeah.
scary. That's really
There was so
scary.
many kids using that, and it was
Oh, it's
obviously
scary
not
how
great.
like easy accessible drugs are in the UK.
Yeah.
Like you can go to a club and get cat, you can get pengers, you can get MDMA.
What's a pinger?
Um,
What's a
what's
pinger?
what's a
What the
what's
heck?
a what's a regular term for pingers?
Oh.
It's not ecstasy.
Is that
Speed?
Can't remember off the
is
top
it
of my head.
speed?
No, it wasn't speed. I can't remember the
Yeah.
term. It's a cap. I don't know if you guys know the term cap. If that's any help.
Is it acid?
It might be acid. No, yeah, cap is acid. Pengers is something else.
Huh.
I can't remember.
It's-
We'll move on from that.
Just
Coming up
just
with
everyone
MDMA.
listening, I do not recommend doing drugs
MDMA?
in any way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Even marijuana, I do not recommend doing.
No.
Unless you are of age and have made the decision to do it yourself, then go for it. Go smoke some weed, but
And it's legal.
and it's legal in your
You know,
country.
For
I
legal
think I
reasons.
started
it's
smoking
not
it around the
legal.
same time I started smoking tobacco, and then
Smoking
I stopped
weed?
when I was 15. Yeah.
Here's the scary thing about weed and tobacco is it kind of turns it into something else. Like, say you put like a weed and tobacco into a bong, and you smoke that.
Mm.
Like it turns it into like an almost completely different drug.
You got the
FBI
nicotine
starts
addicted
listening
side.
to this podcast. Hey man, we got extra viewers now.
Get busted.
Oh, dear.
No, but like it's weird how that can change just the type of like high that you
Yeah.
get from it. Like, have you ever? I mean, I know I can say I've done it before, where I've mixed tobacco and weed, and it's
Well, that's how I
very
used to
addictive.
smoke it.
It's very addictive.
Mm.
Only ever once. Well, I've done weed and tobacco together once, and I've done weed by itself
I
once.
can imagine Jamie with his friends, and they're all yelling at him to start hitting like poppers.
Nah,
Oh, God.
different circumstances. Jesus Christ.
And we always mix
Oh,
tobacco and weed in Denmark. That is basically how we smoke weed. Really?
Mm. Yeah, you basically have it like instead of a blunt, you have a spliff because it's tobacco and weed.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
used to get it for free because one of my friends used to grow it, so I used to just it's pretty much was what I'd smoke every time I'd have tobacco. I'd have weed.
I like I like I like weed by itself. I like tobacco by itself. But when you mix it together, it makes me anxious and
Mm.
it really makes me start worrying about my own health. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not a good mix unless you're used to it. It's like that's how my dad used to smoke weed. He'd either have it like that, or if he was with his mates, or also smoking and dealing weed, then he'd have it plain,
Mm.
Hmm.
just in a jail or something.
I used to find it was too strong for me when I used to have it just on its own. So that's why I used to mix it.
What, the weed?
Yeah, we used to get like
Well, I think
a
if
friend
you're
who used to grow it was really strong.
I think if you're gonna smoke weed though, you kind of want that feeling.
Yeah.
Like nowadays when I smoke weed, I kind of like go into the experience with like the whole like I'm not gonna be able to function for like the next couple hours.
Yeah, but because of my age, I was like, going into school and having to do stuff. So it was like I didn't want to be completely like wrecked from it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I get that. I used to smoke weed and tobacco too, and like it would get you really really high in like for 5 minutes, and then like really just like, well, that's what it did
mellow.
for me. It didn't just mellow you out. Yeah, like that's how my
Yeah,
experience.
I
Weed
used
and
to have issues with
tobacco.
my temper a lot, so it helped me with that because I was a lot calmer, and more chilled.
True, true.
That's the
What's
CBD
what
aspect of it, isn't it?
Hmm?
the
That's the
CBD?
CBD aspect of weed.
No, dude,
Yeah.
that's just. I don't think that's CBD at all.
I thought the high was THC, the mellow was CBD. God, we need
Mm,
to get
Pretty
Jared
sure.
back.
we need Jared back here. Yeah, Jared's an expert on this kind of stuff. Nah, but anyway, to sort of differ away from what was it like growing up in Britain for the both of you?
I don't know. I suppose it's just the norm for us, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
I
Shit.
don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, if you asked like a specific question, we'd be able to answer it. But
okay,
as
so what
a
was it like
whole,
going to school? What was school like?
boring.
Boring?
You have uniforms.
Every school has
Oh
Like,
yeah, you guys
uniforms?
don't have
there's
uniforms.
no individuality whatsoever.
Every school
You
has
get picked on if
uniforms?
you don't wear your uniform in a certain manner that isn't too uptight and poshy, and you've got to wear it in a certain rebellious way, otherwise you're
Yeah.
a bit of a neek,
Really?
which in translation is a nerd.
Yeah.
Anik is a nerd.
Yeah,
Hmm.
essentially. It's more roadman slang.
Roadman thing.
Alright, go on, Kira.
Good
Kira,
nerd.
give an example of roadman.
Is that me? What?
Give an example of roadman.
Why? Why me? Why? I'm terrible to give an
Roadman
example.
thing. All I
I
know,
was a little shit in school, to be
you
fair.
were a little
So
shit, eh?
yeah,
A lot of artists
I
kind
was
of
one of
kind
the
of grow
skater
from that.
stoner kids.
A lot of artists do kind of grow from that, you know. Like I don't want to generalize all artists, but like most artists, they do have that rebellious sort of side to them.
But you're more expressive, I suppose, like
Hmm.
Yeah,
personality wise, like more likely to
Definitely.
express your sort of likes and dislikes.
I do,
either that side.
and I also don't want to like generalize artists in this way either. But most artists do kind of have that like darkness within them, you know.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
know,
say
I
that.
know. It's quite funny because a lot of the people that I know that draw all cutesy stuff are usually like the darkest people that I know. And then the people that draw dark are usually really bubbly and really happy. It's really
That's
strange.
Jamie.
It's,
Jamie draws dark all the time, and he's a bubbly, bubbly boy.
I'm bubbly. I'm. Oh God,
you
that
were
must
saying
be
you're
a
miserable
darkness
earlier.
behind those people that you guys don't know.
Oh, that's him saying, "Oh, you were just complaining about your life for every time you say hi. Now you're bubbly. It's fine. It's fine."
You know, I'll take it.
He's like he's like that blueberry that rolls around in Willy Wonka. The blueberry girl turns into a blueberry.
If it had
I will
juice
have you know I am in good physical fitness. Thank you, sir. I am not a
No,
big
I'm not.
rolling
I'm
blueberry.
so unhealthy. Like, so unhealthy.
Can you imagine a factory just full of chocolate and you could just eat whatever you wanted when you get there?
Go to Germany.
That's Germany? I want to
Yeah,
go to
Germany have
Germany.
loads of
Germany have
chocolate factories.
factories like that.
I remember going with school. We went to Germany, and then we all pitched in and bought this like giant. It was like a bunny, probably the size of a person.
There's
And then the
nothing
coach
wrong.
driver wouldn't let us on the coach, so we had to eat it in the car. Just like 10 of us just sat eating this giant friggin' chocolate bunny. So
Oh, I should have gone to your school. Like our school, the only trip to Germany we had was to Auschwitz.
Wow,
Like,
oh
that's a
yeah, we
real.
stayed for a week,
such a fun
and
trip.
then
That's a depressing
I remember.
stay. Auschwitz.
It was a history trip.
Ours was with like actual German, like our German class. So it was either France, German, or Italy. So yeah,
Well,
we
I
didn't
don't
want
know.
to pay for Italy.
I don't know if either of you guys can speak for Germans, but
Nope.
do they try
Probably
to do they try when you go there? Do they try to like lead you towards the chocolate factories and away from Auschwitz? Like,
I don't think they're that caring of individual tourists' lives.
really?
No.
I don't think they care where you're going. They're like, just leave us alone.
I think if I was the leader of Germany, I'd sort of want you guys to go to the chocolate factories instead of seeing our dark past. You know?
I mean, there's still,
It's part of history, though. Isn't
yeah,
it?
there's still something
Yeah,
nice about
like
seeing
obviously it's
history.
important to talk about it, but like, guys, can we talk about something else? As the leader of Germany, I'd be like, guys, come on, can we talk about something else here? Like, we've got
Hey,
these,
look, we got
we've
great
got,
chocolate, guys.
we've got these great chocolate factories. Like,
Look at this factory.
We've got this amazing line of sausages.
I really didn't like the German food. I think I actually lost weight when I went there because I was just
you
eating
don't like mashed
like
potatoes and
ham
sausages?
and rolls. No, it's not even that. I didn't like the different cheeses and the meats that they
Schnitzel
had.
all the way.
Like,
Schnitzel is the best.
Isn't schnitzel like pretty good?
Schnitzel is
I
great.
don't know.
It's one of the meals my granddad used to cook a lot because my mum's side is Austrian,
Oh,
and he'd cook this amazing schnitzel, and mum learnt the recipe off of him. And he used to be a chef. He's literally just retired, but he used to be a chef in a castle in my local city, um, which was really nice. And he'd always like make these really extravagant foods. It was really nice.
a chef?
Unfortunately, I was a bit too young to try all the nice foods, but yeah, my mum has learned most of the
Wait,
recipes
so
of
there's
it.
a chef in a castle. What's going on
Chef in a
here?
castle. So it's a small castle, which is owned by Lord and Lady Radner.
Oh, that's right. You guys have castles down there, and you guys still have lords and ladies.
yeah.
Yeah, they're more kind of
Wow.
just titles. They're not as influential as they used to be.
Do they still
No.
make money off of the people though?
I don't.
That's the government's job.
Yeah, I don't think they make any money off of.
It's not like local
really.
profit from like taxes and things. It's just a whole countrywide sort of profit
Tax?
side of things.
So like you
Yeah.
guys pay the lord and lady tax.
I don't think. I don't think so. I think they kind of inherited their wealth through previous lords and
Yeah.
ladies,
Through
and
generations. It's not the way it used to be where it was like local collections of tax from the lords and ladies, blah blah blah, so on.
yeah.
It's just it's the whole government side of things now.
Interesting.
But yes, we do still have castles. Some of them are derelict and are, like historical places you can go and visit.
How often does it rain over there?
A
It's
lot.
raining right now.
Raining right now.
Really?
It's raining right now.
In Denmark, we pay them a bit in taxes, I think maybe, and they bring in tourism or some of that money goes to them. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe you guys should do it the way that Denmark does it.
No, we barely have enough. We barely have enough money as it is.
Yeah. I think we just got out of debt and then COVID hit, and then it's like, wow.
Well, you guys just got out of debt, eh?
Yeah, the UK had just finished paying off its debt from the
To
previous
China?
war.
To China?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's just previous money like owed from the last war that was.
Well,
Yeah.
and then
to be
COVID hit,
honest,
and yeah.
I think it's been raining for a week. I think another week of raining is coming in. Wow, that sucks.
Savage.
For us, it's pretty nice and sunny.
We've had rain for 2 days, and it was sunny before that, which was a bit weird because we haven't seen the sun in ages.
It's
Really?
supposed to be bursting
So
summer.
springtime, May showers is like a thing for you guys.
Oh yeah,
Yearly showers.
Yearly
Yeah.
showers.
Yeah.
year round. It's
Wow.
not just seasonal.
So how do you guys stay dry? You just stay inside?
Umbrellas.
No, we're English. We're used to it. We just walk through the fucking
Yeah.
rain.
No,
So I
how?
was like, a teenager, I'm like, it's only a bit of water. I just don't need to have a shower later. It's fine.
So who? So say you have like a person that's running, you put more clothes on it and bite on it. Say someone's running, right, and like they like a runner.
Mhm.
How do they deal with the rain? Do they just run in like those weird, ridiculous outfits with the
Oh no,
triangle hat?
they just keep running in what they were wearing, or they'd put a jumper on if they're cold.
Really?
Yeah. And
We
then they go
really-
here and have a
We
shower.
really don't.
You guys
Really
really
good
don't give a
rain.
shit about the rain, eh?
Yeah,
Well,
no.
we have
more.
to live with it fucking constantly, so we're kind of used to it.
In there's this area in Canada called Niagara Falls. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it.
Yeah.
Well, there like it's constantly raining because the falls are hitting, the water's going up and evaporating and coming back down. So there, like people, like all the tourists from like all over the world, they buy these things and it's like this suit that they put on, right? And it's like
Yeah.
all plastic.
I think I've seen 'em.
Rain
You
suit,
see them
yeah.
in rain suits? I think they're all ridiculous.
Oh,
I
we,
only ever
we,
see
we just
tourists in the UK wearing those. Like British people usually are just like, yeah, whatever.
we're hard as nails.
Yeah, hard as nails, eh?
When I was
What's your
We do.
convenience stores like? What's your convenience stores like? Is food
That's
cheaper to
corner
buy?
shops.
Is food cheaper to buy from the corner shops than it is the
No,
supermarket?
it's more expensive.
Okay,
to buy
that's
from-
that's what it's like here too.
yeah.
Oh.
It's like smaller run businesses, and whereas the supermarkets can get everything in bulk for a lot cheaper and make deals with companies and things.
Okay. What's your favorite type of food? That is British.
Oh, that was British. Fuck.
Steak. But I don't think that's specifically British. So,
What?
Say
What'd you say?
steak.
Fish and chips.
Oh, steak and
Oh.
chips.
I
With
said
cod
steak.
chips.
I said steak. Kira said fish and chips.
Fish and chips, eh?
You know the thing we constantly eat at the beach. You know, you just go down the beach, grab fish and chips.
Nice.
Cod and chips. Done.
Cod and chips, yeah.
Well,
Oh, dear.
for me, it's it had to be steak and just potatoes.
That's fair. I'll give you that. How'd you have your steak though?
Rare as possible. It has to be
Yeah, I'm-
bleeding when I'm eating it.
I pretty much have my steak blue.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I knew we were friends for a reason, Kira.
My dad
That's
always
me
used to
over here
say,
looking
"Rip
like
his
a
horns
pussy."
off."
Well,
Rip his
how do you
horns off
have
stuff
your
on the
steak,
ass.
Jamie?
Like,
Medium rare.
Oh, so you're.
that's how I used to eat it. And I've slowly just gotten more rare. Time's gone on.
I don't know. I've always been like a edgy guy, so I'm like, yeah, my steak's rare. My cigarettes are pre-rolled, and I'm like a dangerous cowboy that way.
I'm walking around in a leather jacket. Fuck with people
Oh.
from Boston. Hey, I'm walking here.
Come at me.
And my cap is backwards.
I can't do backwards cap. I just know.
It just doesn't work.
I can try to put my cap backwards.
Hang on.
Oh,
There we
shit.
go.
Runaway is gonna steal my wallet. He's gonna spray paint our streets. What is graffiti like over there in Canada?
Graffiti?
Yeah.
It's really good, actually. Like graffiti
well, you-
everywhere, but it's like good graffiti. You know, like say someone was to buy like a shop that had graffiti in it.
I look so retarded. Like, way too big
Oh,
for my head.
Please don't say that word.
Yeah, we can't say the R word.
Anyway, the whole thing about like graffiti here is like if it's there, then it's really nice. If it's like on a train, it's not nice. Like there's trains that come by like and we're watching and it's just like graffiti and it's like the word like boy in graffiti, and then it moves on.
Creative.
Very creative. Ours is
You
just
see it in Glastonbury. They actually pay the artists, like the local artists, to go in and like tag buildings.
Yeah.
So there's like really extravagant, really nice artwork on the buildings and everything. Looks really cool.
Oh yeah.
oh, why can't we have that? We've just got fucking gang signs and fucking anarchy symbols everywhere, and like really shittily like
Yeah.
white spray paint shit
Glastonbury's
everywhere.
like Hippieville, so it's just like crystal balls and incense and everything everywhere, and that, so it's just pretty chill.
Yeah.
I still want to move to Brighton.
Brighton?
Where?
Brighton.
What's Brighton?
Are
Is
you
it
familiar
nice?
with Brighton?
Yeah, I know where it is.
Is it bright?
It's probably
Is it bright?
it's nice. It's still rainy, but it's on the coast, and also it's a very kind of
So Brighton is really Gloomton.
it's a very forward place. Like
Mm.
it's very LGBT supportive.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
just in general, it's a
have,
very
like,
kind of liberal place. It's
their,
very
so it's like the Austin of Texas.
maybe. Don't know. I don't know.
It's like the San Francisco of California.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
have all
use
the
as
pride
examples for
parades.
British.
They have pride parades in the in Brighton, don't they?
Like generally walking around the streets, you can see people in like
Mm.
pink jumpers and pink trousers without any like fear. You could kind of go
Yeah.
wherever you want in your fashion without someone judging you.
So just move to Glastonbury. Nobody judges you here.
Glastonbury? You guys have awesome
Glastonbury.
names. We're called
You heard of Glastonbury Festival?
we call our cities Burlington, Hamilton, stuff
You
like
stole our
that.
poshness.
London. We call our places London.
Yeah, it's like what New York. We have a place called York, and New York was just named
Yeah.
after York.
New York. It's newer than your York. So get shit on. I don't know. British culture fascinates me, honestly. You
I
guys,
hear so many people saying that, and I'm like, we're not.
What culture?
Yeah, we don't have a culture. Like every section of Britain is completely different. Like it's such a tiny island, and yet we have so many different.
Denmark
little
is one of the
countries
oldest
inside of
countries in the
Britain.
world. Old fart people.
I
Oh.
guess technically our culture is roadmen and knives. That's apparently our culture. Roadmen and grime.
I think you guys have it going on when it comes to like just overall like politics though. Like I think you guys are the most progressive when it comes to politics, right?
I don't pay any attention to it.
It's all right. It could be better. There's still a lot of things that are lacking, and
Like-
good old Bojo likes to keep us in lockdown.
I think you guys have got it when it comes to like at least like when it comes to taking care of people. You guys kind of have like the
that's
right
definitely good.
idea.
Yeah,
Like with the
right.
NHS and the benefit system and everything, that works out brilliantly until it gets taken advantage of.
In
Advantage.
Canada, in Canada they take too much care of you, too much. It's like I could see like for me when I was on unemployment, I was getting $800 like every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
What?
that's $400 a week.
that's a lot. You're lucky.
Oh, 423. 423.
We get
actually.
like for benefits, you get like what the minimum living allowance.
Yeah, but then
is.
you guys get incentivized to go work. Like for us, we don't have that. Like so, like we just like
True.
we just kind of don't work, you know. And
Yeah,
then-
but ours is also a case of like they encourage you to go work, otherwise they're gonna screw up your benefits and leave you with no money. So
Living on the streets and not care.
yeah, but
And-
then the medical system is a lot cheaper, and then you get free like medical and everything like that. So
I just found out because I made so much money in unemployment and CERB. So it's like the thing that they gave for COVID. I wasn't able to get my taxes back this year because I was in a different bracket. Can you believe that?
savage. I suppose if you work for a company, your taxes are done for you.
Yeah.
If you're
So-
overtaxed, then you get a tax rebate at like October or something, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. My mom takes care of all my taxes. That's like the
Just
best.
get someone older to do it. It's fine.
That's
They
like
know
the
what they're doing.
the best way to do it, I think.
It's like trying to sort out
Mum
tax
do it
from
for you.
merch shop is mad.
I just
So
give
what-
her
what-
like $100 and be like, "Hey, do my taxes for me." She's like, "Okay."
Sure, whatever.
It's actually Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day.
Our
Yeah.
Mother's Day is in March.
You guys, I know. Well, that's when I started the podcast with Jamie. Actually, he was like, "I can't do it this day because it's Mother's Day." I was like, "What? Mother's Day is next week?
Wait,
a
what?
couple months from now."
Yeah. I think it's usually either is it mid-March or the end of March?
Do you guys have big celebrations for Mother's Day?
Not really.
See,
We're not mean. We're,
Well, I
we're not
suppose
mean
it's,
to our
it's
mothers.
advertised, and they say buy cards, buy presents, spend the day with your mum. When I was little, I used to like do like breakfast in bed and like get those extravagant presents. I suppose as you get older, it's just like Happy Mother's Day. See you later. Bye.
just like a reason to come visit your
Love
parents.
you.
There's like a reason to go see your mom, eh?
I haven't. I see her when I go shopping because she works in Tesco's.
So how hard is it to like own a house in Britain? Is the housing market pretty bad, or is it?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Kira about this, how she's building. You
Yeah.
guys are building your own house.
Yeah, because we're in my mother-in-law's house at the moment, but they've had this house for over 20 years. So it's obviously they got it a long time ago. But the
right.
housing market now it's just gone to shit. Like it's so expensive. You need to have like X amount. You need to be earning a certain amount a year. You need to be able to obviously prove that you'll be able to afford it if things go wrong. You need to have like I think it's like 30K deposit minimum,
Wow.
depending on your financial situation, whether you're married or so on. Yeah, it's shit. Like until you probably won't be able to afford houses until you're at least 30 average, unless you're
Yeah.
really well off. Like
Really?
it's crap.
No, like it's also that way here for us. Like like I think it's about $400,000 to buy just a crappy little like townhouse.
Mm.
$500,000 for that. Like, can you believe it? But then
Yeah.
you go up north of Canada and then prices start to drop. Like one of my coworkers today just recently bought a plot of land. He bought 23 acres for $100,000.
I'd love to have that.
And
I'd love to just
It's
have a
just-
house.
it's out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
and
obviously.
no one can bother you. And the only thing that
Yeah.
bothers you are the bugs.
See, the one thing I'd really love to do would be to like build a house that's completely self-sufficient. Like so completely off the grid, like no
Self-sufficient.
interruptions council-wise and stuff.
So you want solar panels?
Oh, we're getting solar panels on this house once ours is built because
Oh,
it's
yeah?
attached. It's on the end, and then we're gonna have it so that the gas isn't coming off of the main line. It's gonna be completely separate, so we'll have pallet gas. But yeah, eventually we'll sort something else with
You
that.
guys just need to put some hoses on the back of some cows.
Mm.
That's
Easy way.
I don't know. I would like for myself to be self-sufficient, but I know that costs so much money and it's such a hard thing to do.
The thing is, it's a large investment initially, but it does pay off.
Yeah, it does. It does really.
Like the long run, you're paying less. Obviously out on maintenance.
Would
and
you
stuff
guys
like
be
that.
off the if you guys have solar, would you guys be sort of like have a thing where like you have a battery and that battery kind of runs
Yeah.
the house?
Yeah, and then what you can do is you can then technically buy extra batteries if you're getting a lot of sunlight or a lot of power being sucked in. And then you can store those batteries and use them, say, if there's power outage in the area or it's light, like nighttime and you've ran out of power.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just plug them in and go. It's quite good.
That sounds pretty good.
It's going to cost a lot to do initially, but
Yeah, I can
in
imagine
the
the
long run
batteries
it'll work.
themselves. The batteries themselves
Yeah.
are pretty expensive, right?
Yeah. I can't remember the exact prices. We did run over it a couple months ago. We were looking at prices and stuff. We'll be paying monthly to pay them off, and then we'll own them once we've paid them off.
Cool, cool. Jamie, you're gonna be an electrician. How does that sound to you?
I don't know. I don't know how badly that will affect my business or not. um, I mean,
Right,
there's
you
still
can just install solar panels. It's fine.
oh, how much do
Like
they
if
pay
that's
to do
not
that?
done right, I
Mm.
think it's quite
It's quite lucrative, actually.
quite decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was someone down country from not down country, like down a couple villages from us who had some like cowboy builder install their solar panels, and one of the tiles fell off the roof, so they got up there to put it back on and electrocuted themselves. Fell off the side of the building. Savage, because it wasn't done right.
Um,
So,
I haven't got the apprenticeship yet. Interviews on Thursday.
good luck.
Benny, I saw that.
Oh
Benny's
no!
there assuming that I've already got the job.
I
You know,
thought you already got
it's
it.
that mentality. No, I've got an interview, which is more likely to get it than not, because obviously they won't put you through an interview if they're like, no, yeah, we've
Yeah,
got a chance.
there's not potential.
But I'm literally, I've got 2 books over there that I filled with studies, and I'm gonna take that to the interview. I'm gonna be like,
Sit
look,
in the
guys,
waiting room.
I've done so much fucking studying. Let me
This
take the
manual that I read 10 times.
I've just been working a shovel and just been going at work recently.
Nice.
You're
Well,
gonna you're
I
gonna
used to
see
work. What?
you're gonna see Jay, how much shoveling and how much digging you have to do as an apprentice. Literally, like your boss. Like I was an apprentice electrician for a little bit. Your boss literally just makes you do all the groundwork, like digging
Yeah,
holes and
Yeah, you get all the shit jobs.
yeah.
I will.
Like you have
They
to dig
take
a three
advantage of
foot.
you,
You have
unfortunately.
to take you have to dig a 3 foot hole in like less than 2 hours.
I'll just use my bare hands at this point. Just
But
fucking hot dog, just fucking.
what
I'm
were
in there.
you?
Oh, that would be funny.
What were you saying, Kira?
Oh, I was saying about I used to work in a cafe before COVID, and then the day we opened up, so I was getting my furlough pay over the lockdown period. The day we opened up, I like handed in my notice and then started working with my other half because his dad's got a company, so I've got like comfortable,
So what exactly
secure
do
job now.
you do?
So it's like high-end, hi-fi furniture that's produced, and then my other half sprays and like carpentry work, and then I literally, do you know what powder coating is?
Yes.
Yeah, so I powder coat the columns for the legs for the shelves and stuff like that.
So it doesn't like get like moisture damage and stuff like that.
It doesn't really suffer with like moisture damage, but it's all like metal work
Okay.
and kind of it's boring,
Interesting.
but it
Interesting.
pays well.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well instead of being in a diner now.
Yeah, I didn't want to be working with customers over this period, but like retail
Oh
work.
no. Let me tell you.
It's soul destroying anyway.
It's... Oh, see ya, Pilgrim.
Bye, Pilgrim.
Bye.
It was the whole thing with COVID and because what I do is I go into people's backyards and reinstall like the cable lines.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they gave me my own truck to do it, and I thought, well, I could have been in someone else's truck just the same way, but whatever. Anyway, I travel from here to Cambridge every morning, and I install the cable line. So that means I have to walk up to these people's houses, and these people are in lockdown, and I gotta be like, hey, like, you guys mind if my dirty butt comes in here and starts messing with your
Comes
stuff?
into your like
Can I step in your garden, miss?
Having the right protocol and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just
My
come
knees
in
keep
in
popping
a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
in a bubble.
It's one of those, was it Zorbies, the big bubble around you.
I
Or
love
the
those
inflatable
things.
Pulling your
ones.
way through.
Believe it or not, I found a
Sorry, I
bunch
can't
of
fit through your door. We need to remove it.
I've found a bunch of Orbeez in the backyard once, and I was like, "Oh, somebody's kid just had the best day of their lives." You know those little like pebble things that you fill
Yeah.
with water and they expand.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw someone fill their swimming pool with one of them once. That was
yeah,
funny.
yeah. It was, I saw that
Seen
too. It was like Mark Rober, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's a good
Popped up
good
on Facebook
YouTuber.
one day. I was just like, oh, okay. Looks fun though.
It does, it does. What was I
Especially the
saying?
glow in the dark ones.
Oh yeah, I was
Going into
saying
people's houses.
going into people's house. You have so many people that just yell at you. You're
Yeah,
supposed to
I can
give us
imagine it can't be
notice
fun.
24 hours before you're supposed to come here. Blah blah blah.
Why does it say that? Sorry, where does it say that though? But where does it say that?
It doesn't say that anywhere. Like
Exactly.
we literally we get the patent, we get the permits to dig in yards, and then we just go and do it.
Yeah.
And what the reason we don't give people notice beforehand is because we might not even come to your house that day, you know, because of all the work that
Yeah.
we have to do.
And then they'd be bitching that you didn't turn up. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Exactly.
I put on my finest makeup for you. Why haven't you turned up?
I put out a welcome mat for you guys.
I made you milk and cookies.
You're
Nah.
Santa Claus now, apparently.
Yeah, no, it's pretty.
Roger.
It's pretty interesting. Like the amount of because like the other day I was probably in one of the nicest backyards I've ever seen, and like this guy wanted to be self sustainable just like you want to be, Kira, right? And so he said he's gonna collect like rainwater like in this big thing and like have all this have solar panels, irrigation and all that, right? So I was talking to him, and like out of nowhere, like we just started talking about like how I have a podcast and what the future's gonna be like, and yeah. So it's funny the people that you meet, but at the same time, most of the time, these people don't want to see you at all.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I've had some really, really random, like, in-depth conversations with people since the whole COVID situation started because people are just so wanting to talk. Like, you talk about stuff that you would never have spoken to
Exactly.
or about to a random person because they're just like, I need to talk to somebody.
I
in the
need
middle of a
some-
supermarket.
I need some sort of communication. Yeah.
Mm.
It's fun. It's weird how this whole thing has affected us.
Mm. I think people are a lot more sociable or socially, like, they've either gone one way or the other. It's more social awkwardness or more talkative. Kind of gone to the extremes.
Yeah. Well, I think since we have 2 podcasts today, I think we will be sort of ending it there today. Thank you so much, Kira, for deciding to become one of the team. Thanks again, Jamie, for coming out here. Sorry I had to watch that One Piece video.
Angry. Thank you.
Hey,
And
if you're
thank you,
still
Benny, for being a host.
if you're still awake, if either of you guys are still awake by 6 o'clock my time, you guys are more than welcome to join us.
What time's that? It's like what?
I'm not sure. That's like 12 o'clock.
Midnight?
Probably
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah, I'll probably be asleep for then.
No worries. Don't worry, guys. That's why we had this podcast beforehand. Kira, I'll see you sometime this week again for Sketchcast. And Jamie, I'll see you next week when we I believe next week we're interviewing Toki. Yeah,
I believe it's Toki
I
next,
believe it
yes.
is Toki next. So, yeah, just tune in for that, guys, and make sure you catch this episode on Spotify and YouTube.
Especially Spotify. I want to see us at the top of Spotify.
Oh boy.
Get to the top of Spotify in a week.
All right, boys and girls. That's it for the Drawn Together podcast. We will see you later on or next week. Bye.